Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to see what is the persistent storage or memory storage in Google ADK. Okay, so first thing is that you know the problem of LLM. Like LLM, like Gemini, do not remember previous conversation. So each request is processed independently. So, without external storage, agent cannot recall user preferences or history. For example, if you see like in ADK, if you are searching something, okay, and if you ask the same questions in the next session, so your LLM doesn't remember these things. So to avoid this problem or to store the user session, we need to build this persistence memory storage. So why persistence is needed? So persistent storage allows agent to remember data across request. Example, if user want to store its preferences, its uses session, state, conversation history. Okay? And our database ensures information survives restrict and multiple sessions. Means we can retrieve the information from multiple sessions by using this persistent data storage. Okay? So if we talk about the types of memory in AI agent, so there are session memory, which is conversation context, user memory, we call it as a long-term user profile. Also knowledge memory means document and external knowledge sources. So these are the memory type. And as you know, in session memory storage, there is session ID, user ID, state, messages. These all things are comes under the sessions. Okay. Uh, Now we can see how we practically implement this database memory storage using Google ADK. Okay. So if you see on my screen, so here I have created one simple agent which is personal assistant agent, and basically this assistance agent will store the user state and update its preferences and take the data from previous stored sessions or from previous stored memories. Okay, and then it will give to the users. So if you see this, this is the agent.py file. Initially we have imported the agent from ADK agents. After that we need this runner. So if you see here in runner, we are passing our app and session service and our agent. Okay, this is the most important. This is database session service which we are using. Here I am creating it on my local. So for this I am using this SQLite 3 library to create this database on my local system. So if you see here, this session.db is for our session storage, and this user memory is here we are storing the preferences of user. Okay. These are the some important variables we can importing from the config. Okay, this majorly these are the two main functions, which is the get user state and update preferences. If we see get user state here, in tools, what we are doing, we are based on the user ID. Okay, initially we are fetching the user ID from sessions. Okay, and based on that user ID we are taking the preferences which is initially stored by the users. So if you see get preferences here, basically we are directly querying our table, okay, based on the user ID, and those results are available for specific user ID. We are passing it to our agent. Okay. Next one is the update preferences, and this update preferences method is like that. It will help us to update the user preferences. Means same we have the user ID, and for this user ID we are updating the preferences. Okay, so here these two methods we are using as a tools: get user state and update preferences. So if you see here, this is my ADK agent. Here I am passing the app name, our Gemini model, and instruction. I am just passing the instruction like that. User will ask about preferences, and if user asks, then we call this get user state method. Okay, and to update the preferences, we are you update preferences. We have this tool. Okay, so this we are passing in the tools. Okay, And here most important, here I have created the database session service. So if you see this session db URL, here I am using this session data.db. So I am using the SQLite database on my local, okay, and this one is the memory database. Basically this is used to store the preferences of user, and this is our Gemini model. So now what I will do, I will run my agent, okay. If you see on my screen, our agent is working fine. So I will directly ask, give me the list of my preferences. So let's see what we are getting. So initially I have stored this, like I have this country, city and food preferences into my database. I am getting directly this information, okay. Also if I will add like that, my favorite sport is cricket or something, okay, means I will cricket, okay. If you see, this list is updated into our database, right? So if I ask the same question, give me the list of preferences, so I am getting this list, correct? So but what happen if we are if we are not using this database memory service, okay, and we are using the new sessions, okay, and ask the same question like that, give me the list of our preferences, okay. So in that time we didn't get any information, okay, but here we are using the database as a session service, okay. So if I ask the same questions here, so I am getting all this information from our database. If you see, we are getting same information. So this is the most useful for the users, okay. Means what happens sometimes, if user started the some conversation, okay, in initiation, and he left out that conversation, and again if he want to start this conversation, so our LLM has the context of their chat history, okay, or maybe our all details are stored in the database. So user get all previously started chat in new sessions, okay, and he means he didn't ask the same question, he already know, or maybe he has the link of that things, so it will helpful. So this is all about database session service, or we call it as a persistent data storage in Google ADK. Thank you friends, thank you for watching.